So we got ourselves a pretty cool log splitter a few years ago. Turns out that the lady we bought it from was involved in a domestic dispute. I know this is kind of too much information. In any event, she sold all of her husband's stuff and we picked up this very heavy duty built log splitter. It's got a 20 horsepower Princess Auto engine, which is basically a clone from a Honda. It's got a 28 gallon per minute pump. It's got this big ram here. I'm gonna take a picture of that actually, just because I'll look and see what it's off of. But I was told it was off a Cat dozer. That's about a 5-inch cylinder, and looks like the ram inside is about 2.5 inches. So it's kind of slow. You know, maybe if we picked up a different cylinder, it might be a little faster. It's kind of slow cycle speed on it. It's going to need a bigger hydraulic tank. Of course, it's all electric start. It's got a great axle on it. It's completely heavy duty, man. And, you know, we kind of scored on this, but I'm thinking about turning it into a wood processor. It works great for splitting logs, but why not do everything? And every process that we add to this whole thing adds time. And there's so much wood logs in the bush here. We had a big drought come through about 8 years ago, and there's so much standing dead dry wood. It just only makes sense that we capitalize on it and, you know, help pay the taxes and maybe put the boy through college. A lot of people in the city are looking for firewood right now. So if we build a processor, I'm thinking we need a bigger hydraulic tank. They're saying for a 28 gallon per minute pump, you'd want at least 28 gallons of hydraulic fluid just to keep it cool. I think running in the cooler temperatures is going to help it a lot. You know, running it in the summer, you might want to run an auxiliary cooler on it. So a bigger tank, a handle that when you push it, I forget what you call it. It's like when you push the handle backwards to retract, it just goes automatically. You don't have to sit there and hold it. And this one also comes with an extra bank of hydraulics here. There was a little platform that you could actuate and it would lift up a log and it would put it on. They took that off before we got it, but we would still have the ram. So we could repurpose that into maybe a log feed over top of this on a little bit of a trough, and then a chainsaw that would come down, cut a 16-inch log. We could probably adjust it, have an adjustable linkage on there to make it cut whatever size we wanted. Yeah, just use a gas-powered chainsaw, because trying to convert a chainsaw to hydraulics, that's a larger expense, and I don't know if I want to get into that. But I think this is the perfect platform to convert into a processor. Take the axle off, put it on a couple of I-beams, lower the whole thing so you can work the chainsaw easy, and then an elevator at the end, an old repurposed hay elevator. I think it'd be a great thing. You could just make a big giant pile of logs and collect all kinds of money. Put the boy to work. So that's it. That is our awesome looking wood splitter and the story behind it. I don't know if we'll get to making this a processor this year because we've got a lot to do, but you know, I kind of do like the idea of turning this into a processor. We have some other ideas coming up as well for a logging arch to pull logs out of the bush, and a little homemade tiny skidder kind of thing that I'm thinking of as well. But that's a whole other process, a whole other video series. All right. Well, thanks for coming back and joining me here at Rolling Up My Sleeves. It's a beautiful day. Fall is in the air. I just dig this weather, man. It's been so hot here. It wasn't a comfortable summer. Now it's cool and it's wet. It is wet every day. It's probably the wettest fall that I've seen in a long time. But it lets us get stuff done, and we're a little more efficient in these cooler temperatures. All right, I'm out. I gotta get back to the city.